Welcome to Brave Voice English. Listen, read, and learn English with short stories. Don't forget to subscribe. Let's begin.
The Blue Balloon. In a quiet village surrounded by soft green hills, there lived a boy named Toma. Toma was 8 years old, with big brown eyes and a heart full of wonder. He lived in a small house with his mother, who worked at the bakery, and his grandfather, who often sat in a wooden chair on the porch, telling stories of when he was young. Toma didn't have many toys. His family didn't have much money. But Toma never complained. He loved playing with sticks, drawing in the dirt, and chasing butterflies near the river. What he loved the most, though, were balloons. Balloons, to Toma, were magical. They could float, dance in the wind, and rise higher than trees. But he rarely saw them. Only once a year, during the village fair, balloons were sold near the square. Every time, Toma would run to the fair, hoping someone might give him one. Most years, he just watched other children holding colorful balloons, laughing as they skipped through the fair. One bright spring morning, Toma woke up to the sound of music. It was the fair day. He rushed to his mother. "Mama, is it really today?" "Yes, my love," she smiled. "It's the fair." Toma's eyes lit up. "Can we go?" "Of course," she said. "But I have to work at the bakery stall for a few hours. After that, I'll take you and Grandpa." Toma waited patiently, sitting on the steps outside the bakery. The smell of sweet bread and fresh buns filled the air. People walked by, holding cotton candy and toys. Toma's eyes searched for one thing: balloons. Finally, his mother came out, her apron dusty with flour. She wiped her hands, then took Toma's hand. "Let's go." They walked through the busy fair. Toma looked around, wide-eyed. There were games, music, dancers, and food. Then he saw them, balloons. A man stood near the fountain, holding a big bunch of balloons. Red, yellow, green, pink, and one blue. The blue balloon caught Toma's eyes. It was a perfect round shape, like the sky on a clear day. It floated gently in the breeze. Toma pointed. "Mama, can I?" His mother looked at the balloons, then checked her small purse. She shook her head slowly. "I'm sorry, Toma. Maybe next year." Toma nodded, trying to hide his sadness. He looked back at the blue balloon as they walked away. They spent the rest of the day eating, watching dancers, and listening to Grandpa's stories. But Toma couldn't stop thinking about the blue balloon. That night, he lay in bed, staring at the ceiling. He closed his eyes and dreamed. In his dream, the blue balloon floated down and tied itself to his wrist. It carried him into the sky, above the hills, above the clouds. He laughed as birds flew beside him. The next morning, Toma woke early. The fair was gone. The streets were quiet again. He sighed and walked outside. The sun was rising, painting the sky with pink and gold. He sat on the porch beside his grandfather. "Did you have fun yesterday?" Grandpa asked. "Yes," Toma said. "But I really wanted a balloon. Just one. The blue one." Grandpa smiled kindly. "Maybe one day, you'll get one." That day, Toma went to school. He tried to pay attention but kept drawing balloons on his notebook. He drew big ones, tiny ones, ones with stars and hearts. And always one blue balloon. Weeks passed. Spring turned to summer. Toma helped his mother more often, bringing bread to neighbors, watering the garden, feeding chickens. He didn't ask for toys or sweets. He only hoped, deep inside, that one day, he might get a balloon. One afternoon, while walking home from the market, Toma saw something unusual in the sky. A small shape, dancing slowly downward. He ran closer, heart pounding. It was a balloon floating gently, caught by the wind. It was round, shiny, and blue. Toma ran as fast as he could, arms out. The balloon drifted over trees, then lowered slowly, as if waiting for him. He jumped and grabbed the string. He caught it. He stared at the balloon in his hands, hardly believing it. The same color, the same shape he had dreamed about. "How did you find me?" he whispered to it, smiling. He ran home, bursting with joy. "Mama, Grandpa, look. His mother turned and gasped. A balloon? How did you? It flew to me. Toma beamed. His grandfather chuckled. Well, maybe it was meant for you, after all. Toma kept the blue balloon by his bed, tied to a chair. Every morning, it floated gently. Every night, it watched over him as he slept. But as the days passed, the balloon began to shrink. Slowly, softly, it lost its air. One morning, Toma woke to find it almost flat. He held it in his hands, tears in his eyes. Don't go, he whispered. His mother hugged him. Balloons don't last forever, sweetie. But the joy they bring stays in your heart. Toma nodded slowly. He didn't throw the balloon away. He folded it gently and placed it in a small box beside his bed. That day, he drew a new picture. A boy standing under the sun, holding a bright blue balloon, smiling. And he wrote under it, "The day the sky sent me a friend." Years passed. Toma grew older. He still lived in the village, still helped his mother and grandfather. He still loved balloons, though he never asked for one again. One year, when Toma was 14, a letter arrived at the village school. It was from a city art school. Toma had sent them his drawings without telling anyone. He was accepted. His mother cried happy tears. His grandfather patted his shoulder. Go chase your dreams, boy. Just like that balloon. Toma packed his small bag. As he closed it, he opened the old box beside his bed. The faded blue balloon was still there. He placed it gently inside his bag. In the city, everything was new: tall buildings, noisy cars, bright lights. But Toma never felt lost. He had his dreams. He studied art, drew every day, painted balloons, skies, and laughter. One year, his work was shown at a gallery. People walked through the room, stopping at a painting that showed a boy under a tree, holding a blue balloon. Under the painting was a short note. When I was a boy, a blue balloon floated into my life. It gave me hope, and it stayed in my heart. This is for all the dreamers who wait for something magical. People smiled. Some wiped tears. A little girl pointed and said, I want a balloon like that. Years later, Toma returned to his village, now a grown man with kind eyes and an artist's hands. The village had changed a little, but the hills were still green, and the air still smelled of bread. He walked to the old square. Children ran around, laughing. A balloon seller stood near the fountain, just like before. Toma walked over and bought 10 balloons, all blue. He gave them to the children. One little boy looked up at him. Why only blue? Toma smiled. Because blue is the color of dreams. That night, he sat on the porch beside his mother, now older, and his grandfather, whose hair was white as snow. I remember, Grandpa said, the day you caught that balloon. I do too, Toma said. It changed everything. Above them, one blue balloon floated gently into the sky, carrying with it years of dreams, memories, and love.